Hey everybody, Paul here. I just wanted to make a quick vlog to kind of say thank you to the Beatles after seeing the Grammys Salute to the Beatles on CBS, and kind of just give a quick story of how much they influenced me, and they did from a young age. I don't know exactly how I became accustomed to listening to them and attributing music to them that may not have even been theirs. For example, Simon and Garfunkel's Mrs. Robinson was one of those songs that I thought was the Beatles that I, soon after I mentioned that to someone, found out it wasn't. I just thought that they were a great band, and I listened to them all the time. All the way through grammar school, I would listen to Paul McCartney stuff, and he was the one that I always kind of idolized. The bass playing and stuff I was very astute to listening to. I can't even describe properly how much that the songs, the musicianship, and the messages that they tried to deliver outside of the music were. It influenced me into my musical experience, mainly in my musicianship and some of my writing style and composing that they kind of sneaked their way in. And these aren't paid endorsements. These are the instruments that I bought with my own money. Just to give you an idea how much the Beatles mean to me and how they kind of worked their way into my own music. So I mentioned that Paul McCartney was my main influence in playing bass. You know, I'm aware of all sorts of different styles, but the style that he used kind of translates well into my music, and so does the tone of his bass guitar. And whereas this is a little bit of a less expensive version, it gets the job done and has the sound that I've always looked for. And it was great when I saw the real thing for the first time, but even better when I bought my own. Now I mentioned this is a little less expensive model. This is one of the Icon basses that Hofner came out with in the late 2000s. I got it, I believe, my senior year of high school, my junior or my senior year. I listened to Paul McCartney's bass playing a lot and try to emulate it a little bit. Like, I do have my own kind of style, but this bass is where the sound comes from. And so when you hear and see me playing this bass, usually means that you're hearing a Beatles influenced sound. It's nice and lightweight too. I mean, that's just the first way. And this is my only bass guitar. This is the only bass guitar that I play live. My second Beatles instrument, out of the three that I have, is the Epiphone Texan acoustic guitar. And this is the model guitar that Paul McCartney played Yesterday on, and played it on the Ed Sullivan Show. And mine needs a little bit of work and it's out of tune, so I can't really demonstrate it right now, but that's, you know, this is my only acoustic guitar, and this is what I play on my acoustic tracks. So that's the second way that the Beatles have ended up in my music, through the acoustic guitar. And this is the third way that the Beatles made their way into my music, is my Epiphone Casino. And I used this on my Christmas song, Merry Christmas Today, and on Fog, my original song Fog. It's basically just that acoustic guitar and this electric guitar, this Epiphone Casino, on that Christmas song. And I thought that's all it really needed. I mean, this thing delivers a bell-like tone. When it's not delivering a nice bell-like tone, this thing can rock out pretty well. Not too loud, because it will feed back. You know, this is the same guitar that John Lennon played on the rooftop and in the later days of the Beatles, and when they were in Japan and all sorts of stuff. So, and so overall, I just wanted to say thank you to the Beatles for inspiring me to play guitar in the first place, and bass, and kind of helping me to keep myself writing music and to improve on all that stuff, and to not give up, even though there's times where I kind of just feel like giving up. It's you're not going to get anywhere if you give up. So, to the generations of kids who might find this video who don't know who the Beatles are, please do me a favor and look them up, Wikipedia them. Just go around YouTube, iTunes, even do research on the Beatles, find out who they are, find stories from the people who saw them firsthand, and you're going to hear all sorts of amazing things. To the Beatles themselves, John, Paul, George, and Ringo, again, we miss you, John and George. Thank you to all four of you guys for positively influencing my life and the lives of millions of other people. I don't know who I would be if they were not an influence. So, again, I don't even know what else there is that I could say besides thank you.